Hey guys, how's it going? It's Shinobi here, bringing you another video. I want to kind of cover a couple of things in this video. The first portion of this video is going to be talking about the new UI that I have discovered. Brian, he actually told me about it, and then I customized it the way that I liked it, and you're looking at the final product right now. Everything's completely done. It looks very slick, looks very nice. The second portion of the video is going to be about updates on the level 90 progression that we're preparing for and everything like that, guilds, just updates on life, everything like that. So if you want to see the updates and you don't want to hear about the UI because you already have a good UI, there'll be an annotation, I believe, on the bottom right. Just click that and you can go straight to there. But if you want to hear the UI thing or you want to hear the whole thing, just continue listening. So this UI is called LUI, and when you first log in, it's automatically going to prompt the thing to make you install it. I'm going to put a link down below so you can get it for yourself. It's completely legal, you know, it's from curse.com. Everything's good with it, nothing wrong with it, and the main command prompt is going to be /LUI. Pretty simple. And you go in there, this is version 3, and you can see that the address is right there, curse/addon/wow/LUI. Now it has a lot of really cool tools about this. Now in the past, the add-ons that I've done have been I've never really used like a pre-made add-on type thing. I've always kind of just taken a bunch, like 15 or 20 different add-ons and kind of put them all together and make my own thing. Now the cool thing about this is it takes most of the add-ons that I've used already in the past, puts it together for me, and gives me a nice looking UI. So that's why I like this so much. Now I'm going to talk about everything you see here, so it's going to be a little bit more in depth. I'm sorry if it's a little longer than you're hoping, but when I was messing with this, I had to mess with it for about 3-4 hours because there's a lot of things in here and you might get confused. You might be like, well, how do I change this? How do I move this like that? And if you're like me and you want to do things particular, then you want to, look for a little more in-depth guide here. So first let's start off on how it looks to begin with, because it doesn't look like this to start off with. Let's show you what it looks like to start off with. In profiles right here, before I show you the start thing, one thing you want to do if you want to start a new profile, what you're going to when you first start, is type in whatever the name of the profile is going to be. Then hit OK. Now everything you do after that is going to save when you log out, or save as you're doing it. I'm not sure the process, I just know that it saves automatically. So with that said, let's go ahead and switch. This is my default one that I use for all my classes. Let's just switch to a random one that is going to show me what it looks like when you first log in. And I am in Tel Barad right now. I'm grinding out some of the badges, the marks, so I can get the spectral horse thing. This is what it looks like. Perfect example what it looks like when you first log in for the first time after you click the install button that pops up in the front there. Yep. So this is what it looks like. Now let's get into everything, and before we get into the cosmetic look, you're just going to hit LUI here, and we're going to go kind of break down everything for you and just kind of show you everything. First off, you go to modules. Now this is going to have everything. Now you're going to have your auras, your chat stuff, your fader, swing, UI add-ons. So if you have your own unit frames, you don't want to use these, say you use Xpearl or something like that, all you have to do is click this, disable, and you can put whatever UI ones you want. So it's really nice because it works with other add-ons. You have threat, bags, that's another cool thing. Check this out right here. I can click this or I can hit, the hotkey, but it's easier to do that so I don't have to close it. And you can see the bags. It looks just like Bagon. I used to use an add-on that was called Bagon, and everybody asked me about it, and everybody wanted to know about it. Well, the cool thing is they have like a built-in one here. I think it looks nicer than Bagon does, but the cool thing about it is you can click stack and sort, and when you do that, it puts everything together that goes together. I'll show you a quick demonstration of what it looks like. Click stack sort. There we go, and it's going, and there you go. So now it put everything together, it put like some of the PvP gear together, some of the stuff, everything kind of goes together. So if you have a lot of cloth and you're farming or something, it puts it all together for you, makes it real easy for you to see what you have. So definitely pretty cool feature. Then they have nameplates here. Now if you use tidy plates, which is kind of like really nice for PvP and for PvE. It essentially puts, if you don't know what it is, it puts like the bar over top of the person's head, so you can see if you have threat. You can see many things if they're casting something. It has a built-in one on LUI, but it's kind of an outdated thing. I think they're still kind of working with it and updating it. So if you want to still use tidy plates, that's fine. Just disable this, and that's all you have to do. Some people have told me that they have problems with trying to use tidy plates while trying to use this, and some people it works for them. So if you have any problems, let me know down below, and let me know how you got around that problem, so other people that have the problem will have that problem solved. Also has built-in recount. Now you don't see it right here, it's in another location, which we'll have to go through to find everything. There's so much stuff to go through, it's tough to memorize where everything is, but we'll go through everything. Recount is also built in too. So now let's look at the cosmetics of it. Let's talk about what you get for this UI. Starting here, you have your gold. I have just under 5,000 gold right now. Haven't really been doing any farming. I've spent a lot of gold on stuff as well. But yep, so that's pretty much, you can see all your characters, just like Bagon has a kind of feature where you can see all that. If you ever used an UI like Titan panel in the past, it's kind of similar to that. It just looks nicer, in my opinion. Then it shows your bag thing, and then the armor on all your items, FPS, MS, the add-ons, how much everything's holding up there. Then the middle part, this is where you got your globe and these buttons here. Now I'm not really sure what these buttons do. This one highlights this here for you. Don't know exactly what if that's a big deal or anything. Then you have your globe. You can click that and it highlights everything for you. I don't know if this is like what this does, if you can move things now. I'm not really sure. It just kind of pops everything up and shows you everything, I guess. Okay, let's turn that off, hopefully. Why isn't that going away? Is it like bugged or something? That's weird. Doesn't usually do that. Let's reset that. Maybe that is a bug in the system. The UI is not perfect. There are some flaws, just like any add-ons. There are some flaws, and hopefully in time, there'll be updates and everything like that. Let's go ahead and just reload this again. I don't know. We'll just click that one. We'll just reload that again. Now the color that you automatically get in the background is going to be based off of whatever class you're playing. Okay, so now we're back to what we were at. Good. Now we won't click that again. Like I said, the way that it all set up is based off your class. You can change that, and I'll show you in just a second. Recount here. Recount puts it automatically over there. Take it off. It automatically will reset it for you. So every fight it will reset it for you. You can change that option if you want to. If you want to get into recount, I know there's not like a thing you can click. Just do /recount config, and you go straight to the thing. You can do everything. Now sometimes the colors here will change and it will give you like other colors. I don't know if that's a bug or something like that. Just click reset colors, it'll give all the correct colors, because sometimes it'll gray out all of them. That's all you gotta do to fix that. It's really simple. But that is that right there. Okay, now we take that away. This one here is for your raid. Pretty nice little convenient raid thing. You can go into the options, you can move it around if you want to. It's really up to you. Over here keeps track of your DPS, your healing per second, everything like that, threat per second. Right here, members of your guild. See, sometimes you do get errors like this. I'm not really sure why this is. Maybe it's colliding with something else that I have. See, it's still doing it there. Don't know why that is exactly. I don't know. But like I said, all UIs, they have their problems. I'm not trying to sell you on this UI. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm just showing you some things. Friends list, everything's good. Now this is like the bottom bar that you normally have with your World of Warcraft UI thing. But then you can also hit this and make it go away. Now a couple of things that are interesting here. We have a map here, the time up here, and then in the corner you'll see an N or an H. That will signify if you're in heroic or normal mode. I know there's not really like a banner up here like you're used to in your regular mini maps. Also with the mini map, if you want to zoom out, there's not a button for the plus or minus. All you do is put your mouse over it and just use your wheel to go in and out. That's all you have to do. Really simple. And then if you want to look at the calendar, just click on the time. There you go. And if you want to pull out the stopwatch thing, just right click and you can pull that up. So that's pretty much everything there. Nothing too crazy. So now let's get into everything else. So let's go into the customization. Now with LUI, here we go. We'll start with General. Go to Settings, and you can go through here. Okay, and you can just see everything that's already selected. Blizzard frame scale, you can kind of change the sizes. Then you can do hide Blizzard error messages. One of the most popular videos I ever made was where I showed you a code you could type in, and it was like a slash command, and it would show slash error something 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 something. And what it would do is get rid of that annoying error thing. That thing pisses me off more than anything. You know that little like red error message that comes up here, like if you're spamming an ability, it's like that's not ready yet, that's not ready yet, that's not ready yet. It's so annoying. So this is awesome. You just hit that, gone. Don't have to worry about it. Love it. I mean, that just oh my god. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a little thing for me, but then also, people ask me in the past, what kind of fonts do you use? Like, we always see that font looks really cool, like Klinda uses, and Bajira, they use it. You know, I've been using it for a long time too, and right in here, it's under Pepsi. It has it built in for you. You can change the fonts you want to. This is going to be for damage font. Now, for fonts for like chat and stuff, we'll get into that in just a little bit. But you can also change the font sizes and the font size crit size. Now, the reason this is cool, because in Mists of Pandaria, with that coming up, Blizzard pretty much by default made the font sizes smaller, and they did that because the numbers are bigger. They want them to fit on the screen. I don't like that idea, so you can come in here and customize that if you want. Pretty awesome. Now we'll move on to colors. Now this is where we change the cosmetic color up here. It's already set on Rogue, you can see. All you do is you change it to whatever class you want to have it look like. You know, say you want it to look purple, like Warlock. Oh, there you go. Or you want to try one of the built-in ones they already give you. I like this one right here. And then I customize it a little bit the way I want it. Then you have Blood Prince, which is red. Deep Freeze, blue. Demonic Pact, purple. Golden Boy, obviously golden. Orange Marmalade, obviously orange. Alright, so that's that right there. Now you can go in, you can customize every color you want to on your UI. You can go into your chat bars, you can go into everything. You can go into the back color of your recount and come in here and just mess with it, change whatever colors you want to. Totally customizable, have fun with it. I'm not going to do it in this video because I don't want it to take super long, but you know where it is, and that's where it is. That'll change the colors of everything you can visually see pretty much. Now we go into frames. Now let's just use the frames up here. You can move them around when you want. See, there's recount right there. You can go in, you can customize it. You can move it to a certain area if you want to. Then you also have Omen. You can go in, you can use SCADA if you want to. That's built in. Then we have RAID. So there's all the little frames through there, kind of self-explanatory. Profiles, like we talked about earlier, you're good to go. Some facts, maybe you want to learn a little bit about it. We already talked about modules, so that's all that. Now Aura, here we are. Aura, I believe, are the not really sure exactly what they mean by aura, because there's nameplate auras and then there's regular aura. I don't know what regular aura is. Haven't really messed with that, but if you guys know down below, it's not really a big deal from what it looks like here, but maybe it's the aura as in like the unit frame aura and not like the nameplate aura. And then we have bags, which you can enable off or on. Put as many rows as you want to. The bank bags, you can copy the bags over, so looks like that. You can put any rows you want. You can change the colors on everything. Pretty self-explanatory. Then we go into bars. Now this is the default bars they're going to give you, is bar 1 and bar 2. You can see in here bar 1, bar 2. Then you have a bunch of different other bars. Now I will give you some tips for rogues. I have been hearing some people, and for myself, when they go to stealth, the bars are messed up. Let's see if it works for me in this situation. I think I have the keybind set. Okay, it did work, so we're good to go. Alright, so nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I've heard, and I also had problems before, where I would do that and it wouldn't be down here. So you can customize that if you want to. Say you don't want to have it as a default bar. Let's go into bar 1 real quick. Now bar 1, see I do have it set up. Bar 1 is going to have your default is 1, okay? But then you have your stealth, I put that as 3. So now when we go look at 3, okay, and show, there you go, you can see my stealth abilities. Now, I know I don't have some on there, I'm still messing around with the add-ons and stuff and the keybinds. Now you can do this to take away the empty thing, but I wouldn't agree with that. So if you're going to do that and make your stealth bar be your 3 bar, seeing as how you're not using that bar, you could do that if that's giving you that problem. That's one problem that kind of like pissed me off like crazy. Now I just hit click show to turn it off and we're good there. Now in general, if you want to have the keybind show up, the hotkeys, just click that and there you go, you're all set up. Now it also has the built-in keybinds just like Bartender. You click, put your mouse over top, and you just hit whatever keybind you want on your keyboard or on your mouse. If you ever work at Razer Naga like I do or something, you could do that. So, pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. As far as bars go, let me see. Let's go to bar 4. Okay, and on bar 4, let me show that. There it is. Now we'll hide. There we go. So now I have all my bars set up and good to go. You can move them around any way you want, and that's bars. Now you go into chat, you can change the font any way you want to. So you want to go with that one, or this one, or something like that. And you can do the outline behind it. Now, whenever I click monochrome, for some reason my World of Warcraft crashes. Not the add-on, my actual World of Warcraft. I don't know what's up with that. If that's happening to you, don't click that button. You can do an outline if you want to, make it pop out if you want. It's up to you. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. You can change just about anything you want there. You can change the size, anything you want. Then in cooldowns, now they have this is really cool. Now I've used an add-on before called cooldowns. This one has a built-in one, which is really nice. Now let me show you something. When you hit stealth and then you take it off, look at that. It goes in milliseconds, so you can really know when to go. You're like, okay, I'm gonna have it back up, and you click it, boom, just like that, and you get right in there. It's very fast, and you know it's more precise, and that could be the difference between killing somebody and not in PvP, or doing more DPS or not in PvE. Okay, so let's get back in, and we'll go to Fader now. I'm not sure what Fader is. I think it's the like cast bar down here, because when you see, say you're targeted like this on somebody, you'll see your own cast bar, and then below that will be their cast bar, or your cast bar is below and theirs is on top, and you'll be able to see what they cast. So that's really nice too, so you can interrupt stuff in PvP. I think that has something to do with that, the fader. I'm not really 100% sure. I'm still kind of messing with this stuff. Info text. It's just kind of general stuff. I don't really need to interrupt announcer. Announce when you can interrupt stuff. Good for PvE and PvP. You can go and customize it. Minimap right over here. You can take off the texture thing on the outside. I like to have it. It looks pretty cool. Looks like a neon, light type thing. You can change the color of that and everything. You can change the font on here as well. It tells you where you are, Tol Barad, and where you are on the map, which is really cool. Yep, minimap text, you can just have it up there all the time if you want to. You don't have to, but it's up to you. Then we have nameplates. Now there's not a lot of customization with this, so you might still want to use tidy plates instead of this one. I mean, all you can pretty much do is change some colors and some fonts and the size of the nameplates itself. Not a lot of customization, but I will show you a little bit of customization that you can do in unit frames in just a second. Swing timer. Then we have threat bar, built-in threat bar. There's 2 bars above here and below here. I think this one here is like a cooldown threat bar, or cooldown bar, and I think this one is a threat bar. It shows you how much threat you have on the mob you're targeted on. Not 100% sure. Just barely tested it. When I'm on a mob, for some reason there's percentages there. I don't know if that's how much threat I have on the mob, but it could be something else. You never know with this kind of add-on. Then you have your tooltips. You can turn it off, turn it on. Unit frames. Now we're getting into the bigger stuff. Going to unit frames. Now first off, I don't like these unit frames. Not a huge deal. They're kind of simplistic. I like it. But let's go to layout. And this is where you want to go in. This is the default one, the LUI. You can go into this one, which is what I use. And there you go. Now you can see kind of how I do it. Okay, and now we go into LUI again, and maybe you want to try this one. Maybe have it on the sides. It's pretty cool. Like I said, guys, you can have your own too. You don't have to use these ones. Then you have the XP here. Now the XP bar is going to be right below you. You can see right here. I'm not tracking anything right now, but the XP bar will be right here. And that's all you got to do for that. Now we'll go into here, and you can change the colors of it. You can customize it. You can change the font. You can do whatever you want for that. Player, self-explanatory. You can set up your own cast bar, set up your auras, your portrait. You can turn it off, turn it on, whatever you want. Target. Now on target, this is where you go into auras, go into debuffs, and turn enable. Now by doing this, you'll see over top of them, if they have a debuff, it'll show that. Really nice for making sure you have the bleeds up, making sure you have your your buffs on there, your debuffs on the mob that you need to have at all times. Really nice to have. And I believe you can go in there and kind of customize like the sizes and everything. Yeah, you can change the size of the debuff, you can everything. So it kind of has like that debuff add-on that a lot of people use, that I've used in the past. It has that in there automatically for you. Then you have your target of target, focus, pet, all the kind of stuff. You can mess with this stuff if you want to. Raid, you have your arena. Now one thing that's cool too, let's go into this real quick, is when you click unit frames by itself and then you go into move unit frames, there you go. Now you can move anything you want, any way you want. Put this down here, put it up here, put it down here, whatever you want. Over here you have boss mod, arena, party. Move it over a little bit if you want. Maybe you don't want this up here that much. I like to kind of move mine down a little bit. You can see the target cast bar, player bar, pet bar, focus, save. There we go. So that is everything on the add-on guide. Guys, a link will be down below. Click that link, go and take a look at everything, and maybe you do like this add-on, maybe you don't, but it's up for you to decide. I just thought I would show you guys because a lot of you always ask what kind of add-ons I use, and I did change my add-ons that I use, and here it is right in front of you. Now let's get into the second thing that I wanted to talk about. And I know there's not a lot of scenery going on. This is probably not going to be a very long part of the video. I just want to briefly talk about what's going on. Now, if you look at my guild, wow, this error thing keeps happening. You look at my guild, I just joined Impulse. They're a level 25 guild on Darkspear, and I joined on them on my warrior and on my rogue. Now, we know we're going for this level 90 first thing, and I want to have my warrior doing PvE because I like doing PvE on the warrior. I'm probably going to still do PvP on him too. PvP is more going to be for my rogue though. Arenas, RBGs, stuff like that. However, I got both of them in Impulse. I talked to the leader of the guild for a while. He's really cool with me recording, just like fights that we do, trying to get, server first downings and stuff as far as like bosses, progressing, everything like that. He's really cool with that, so that's really awesome. And if you don't know about Impulse, you can go to WoW Progress. They're one of the top alliance guilds on the server for PvE. And you're thinking, why are you doing PvE? I mean, don't you want to do PvP? I do want to do PvP, but I want to be in a good PvE guild too, so I can give a lot of guides. I want to give guides in Mists of Pandaria on all things. In Cataclysm, I showed you a lot of PvE stuff, some PvP stuff, and a lot of gold guides. However, in Mists of Pandaria, I want to cover everything. I want to get over top everything for you guys because I want this to be the place you go to get my opinion on stuff so that you can take your gaming to the next level. And that's what I want to do here. As far as the leveling to level 90 thing, now the Mists of Pandaria week, which is going to be like next week, is going to be killer on me for many reasons, and let me get into that. We have been putting together the team. The team is full. We've talked in Skype conversations for many hours talking about what we're going to do with this and that. We've tested things. We have a lot of cool strategies that we're going to do. Really excited about it. I've talked to 2 people on the server that got server first last year and the year before that, or last expansion and the expansion before that. Got some of their input. We're really doing our homework on this stuff, guys. We're not taking this lightly. I want to do this. I want it to be like a real nice celebration for the 1-year anniversary of this channel. To be like, yeah, we did it. We got an achievement that is, we can hold it up high and say, we did this. We were dedicated. We pushed ourselves to the next level, and we're a force to be reckoned with. So That's kind of what we're trying to do, trying to make a name for ourselves so people know who we are, grow the channel a little bit more so I can reach out to more people and help more people in gaming. And that's what it's all about. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm showing you these videos day in and day out, is to help you guys. It's not about me, it's all about you guys. So yeah, that is everything, guys. Pretty excited to start up with Impulse. I hope you did enjoy this UI video. We're going to keep cracking away at this. Wish us luck on the level 90 thing. You know, I got to level up the Rogue and the Warrior. I have decided that I cannot level up the Warrior first. The reason for that is because he transferred to the server within the last 2 months, and you have to be on the server for longer than 2 months if you transferred there in order to get some kind of server first or anything like that. So I cannot level the Warrior. I'm going to be leveling the Rogue first, but I think personally the Rogue works better for our comp that we have set up for this strat that we're doing, so that's okay with me. But in that first week I'm going to have to level up the Rogue to 90, the Warrior to 90, and get the Warrior geared because I'm going to be off tank / DPS in the guild for Impulse, and I got to be ready for heroics, ready for everything before the second week that the game is out. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, guys, and I do appreciate all the support. Everything's going to be really lots of fun, and I know this video is really long, but I wanted to do a complete guide, and I appreciate you sticking through the entire video. And until next time, guys, I'll see you.